And
So, what's your strategy for attracting, keeping, and retaining a man so that they'll commit to you and have a family?
I, I don't really have much of a strategy, to be honest. That's why I'm here.
What about you, Julia? Do you have a plan? Like, what's the strategy to attract,
Um,
get a commitment, and retain a man?
I don't have a plan either, but I've been going through some courses like a couple months ago, and one coach, she's a Russian too. She has like a dating agency here.
Oh,
So
let's hear about this. A Russian dating agency in America.
Like a
Okay.
matchmaker, or what exactly is
yeah,
it?
like she has a whole bunch of matchmakers working for her.
Fill us in. What's her name?
So, well, she was particularly like concentrated on not having sex with men before marriage.
Okay.
And she said that, a man is supposed to, like, take care of the woman, and like, he has to show that he's ready to commit and just basically give her a ring.
Is
And
this lady on YouTube?
they have their own Instagram page. They from California, Sacramento, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they have YouTube. Yes.
And can you tell us what her name is?
Uh, well, Oksana Love, that's her agency.
How do you spell Oksana?
Oksana is like K, like
KSANA.
yes.
Oksana Love.
Oksana Love Agency. Oh,
I
it's
think
all
I've heard of her.
Russian.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all in Russian?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, obviously, I can't read it. Here's the translation. Yeah, the Instagram is Oksana. I'll put it in the private chat, Rich.
All right, here, I'll open it up on another window. Okay, so you're getting some feedback from a Russian in the States about dating, and her advice has been to not be intimate.
Yes.
And what else has she given you?
She said that men. I think she had it for like almost 30 years. She runs it with her mother, so she's in her 40s, and that men changing every decade, different preferences. Like, and now she said like all the men are just so scared of this feminism and stuff. Like they're scared of even approaching, like looking at a woman. Like they wait for like a green light from a woman to do anything basically. So they like intimidated by all this.
So are you looking for a Russian guy, or are you looking for an American guy?
No, I'm not looking for a Russian guy. No, I'm looking for a man.
Okay, so you're using a Russian strategy, but on an American.
I have not, I have not used it yet.
Okay. So she's basically saying withhold intimacy until you have a marriage commitment, right?
Yes, that's what she says.
I'm assuming that you're not a virgin, though.
I'm not.
So if you'd given it away freely to others, why would he hold out to give you the biggest commitment of his life?
Yeah, that's a that's a great point.
It's a really good point, because I mean, personally, I would be offended if I met you and, you gave me some story about, well, I'm dealing with this, dating or this marriage coach, and her advice is to hold out for intimacy until we get married. That's like telling me that I can go to the car dealership, look at the car,
Oh
hang
yeah,
out with it, maybe sit in it a little bit, but I'm not allowed to drive it until I give you the money and sign the purchase agreement.
yeah, I agree.
And then I may not like how it drives.
Yeah, well, she says you can feel it from the kisses. She's like okay with kissing and like, but she says you can feel the energy of the partner.
Hmm.
And actually, if you like two people in love with each other, we will work it out. Like the intimacy thing. It's not going to be an issue. Well,
Do you
that's
think a valuable guy that makes good money, is attractive, has a social network, is influential, is competent, is funny, do you think he would wait for intimacy until marriage?
no, I don't think so. Uh,
Um,
Oh, I've met a guy, like, I was talking to a whole bunch of guys, like, a couple of months ago at
mm,
the bar, and he was very good looking. That's, like, I saw his, like, blonde hair, blue eyes, and everything. So we just started talking, and I just told him about my experience. Like, oh, I heard, like, some people coach, like, you shouldn't have intimacy before marriage. And he was actually like, he got married in December. I don't remember his name, but he's very good, like, big realtor here. He's like 34, very good looking, and he was so proud of telling me how he waited till the marriage, to like, till the first, like, night after the wedding with his wife, and it was amazing. I was like, wow, that's a real example of a man who's waited. So it was like, wow, maybe it is possible, which teaches all the women.
I think that there's probably a time and place for that, and it has to be cultural from the get go. Like, you have to have boundaries set by your family, by your culture, by religion, where both parties agree to that, and then both on your wedding night you give each other to each other, and you lose your virginity that night, sort of thing. I think that's when it might make sense. But the argument to withhold something that you've given away freely to other guys for no commitment whatsoever isn't really great advice, I don't think.
Yeah.
You're basically treating him like a beta male.
I'm even looking at this Instagram, Julian. Like, I don't think, I mean, I'll share it on screen. My guess is that you probably would not find a lot of these men attractive. I mean, they're older. Let's see if I can.
They were way older. Like,
like, look, like, these are if I click into any of these, it'll go on like a bit, but like, these are what some of these guys look like. Like,
is it a matchmaking surface?
This is
okay. So these are like, this is like,
so these are like the potential suitors.
Victor,
like
23749.
Exactly, right. This guy here in the middle, and then these seem to be guys that are, and this is what she looks like. She's the matchmaker. But yeah, I mean, you got this dude that's got a huge belly, and so my guess is that you're probably not going to find the guy you want on a matchmaking service like this.
I guess it's all about the business,
Yeah, I mean, he's selling older, wealthy guys the promise of younger, pure women. But then she's telling the women not to give it up until they get married.
And that might work for a guy in his, divorced guy in his 40s or 50s or 60s that's looking for a 30-year-old woman, a 31-year-old woman to, have a second chance with, have a second life with, the whole white picket fence, rocking chairs on the porch kind of thing. But my guess is, like, you're probably dating guys that are at least your age or maybe slightly older, not 20, 30 years older.
No, I date the younger guys too. So,
what's the age range that you like to date in? Like, you're 31, right?
Yeah, I'm 31.
Okay. So what's the youngest, and then what's the oldest?
Youngest, like 25, and the oldest.
Are you going to make a 25-year-old wait until you get married?
No, I'm not implementing all that. No, I'm not. I mean, I think her point was, when men, care, like, tries to surprise a woman, like, take care of her, like, it takes months, at least like couple months to wait. And he's already invested enough in her. He likes her so much. He's like waiting, like, like, he's like basically on fire with the passion. Like, he can't wait to do that. So
here's why that's flawed. Here's why that's flawed.
Yeah.
A guy has no idea whether he actually likes a girl until after they've had sex. Everything that we're thinking is investment or the passion, and this is not, a guy won't really tell you, like, most guys won't tell you this, because guys think they really like you. They think, like, oh, like, yeah, she's super funny, she's super smart, I'm super invested. And all that all his brain is actually telling him is, I want to have sex with this girl, I want to have sex with this girl, I want to have sex with this girl. Then essentially, once he does, then it's up to the woman to be someone that he wants to stay with. This is what happens. So women often find themselves in these situations. They go, well, he told me all of these things. He's super sweet to me. I waited until the 7th date. We waited for 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, and I built up all of this sort of relationship equity, if you will. And then the first time when I finally gave it up to him 6 or 7 months down the road, he didn't talk to me after that. And that's not most guys. I mean, some guys will. the guys that you're going to be going after are not going to, they're not going to wait 6 or 7 months to do that. If they are, it's because they're really, really, really attracted to you and they see you as a conquest, and they may just not, what they're confusing sort of their sexual attraction to you with the feelings of, I really like her, I'm really, really into her. And so that's why that'll fall short. And then what happens is like, okay, wait, you guys wait till marriage, and then he realizes he's now trapped and he doesn't even like his wife all that much. And she's actually really annoying and she's a nag and she's, up his ass all the time. But he was foregoing all of that, or he was putting the blinders onto that because the guy wanted to get laid. And people will say, like, no guy will do that. No guy will do that. There are millions of men that will wait around for women for decades at their shot to finally get it, right? So those guys exist by the literal millions. So
Totally agree. Yeah.
there's sort of this balancing act and this tightrope that women need to walk, where it's, how do you get a guy to really like you? Well, sleep with them. Or it's, but how at the same time, how do I manage? I don't want to sleep with every single guy to find out if they like me. So yeah, it's a legit issue. It's a legit problem. I'm not saying I have the answer for it, but making a guy wait 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 months and saying, well, he's not going to leave because he's invested in me. That's what he's really is, invested in sleeping with you. And then it's after that is how a relationship happens or doesn't happen.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.